We can start. So we have Janardhan uncle today. So Gadekar uncle is like he is taking a bit of rest today. So that's what's conveyed. So we have Janardhan uncle who himself has a wealth of stories. So we welcome him and we start with 3 times Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. 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 So over to you, Janardhan uncle. So yes, all yours from here.
Jai Baba, everybody. I'm very, very happy to be here again with you people. I don't know what I have to share with you because I am a very highly forgetful person. If maybe I may be repeating something. So if it's a repetition, please forgive me because I don't remember what I have spoken previously. So today, I don't know whether I have told something about Nizambad Center's Sahavas. Ganesh, can you help me?
No, you haven't said about that.
Yeah, then I'll say something about it. Yeah, I have been for a long time. I have been telling what all I know about our dear brother R.S.N. Murthy, that is Prentala Surana Murthy, who came into Baba's contact in the year 1953, and from that date onwards till he passed away and joined beloved Baba, his only activity was to do Baba's work in real meaning. That's what I feel. Because as I understand, there are two aspects of Meher Baba's work. One is, once you come into Baba's contact, you have to share the name with all people whom you know and with the world at large. That is one thing. And the most important thing is to lead a life which would please Meher Baba. Baba said that think of things that you would not hesitate to think in my presence. Speak of things that you would not hesitate to speak in my presence. And do things that you would not hesitate to do in my presence. That is, we are always in the living presence of Avatar Meher Baba when you take up this. So that he actually did. That is one thing. And he spent all his, what you call life. We can say life includes money, health, position, whatever he had used it in furthering Baba's cause. That was what happened. So, in my previous, what you call, what I spoke of, I've been telling only these things. Today is one more wonderful thing that has happened in our life. It was because of Murthy's presence that has happened. As you know, Meher Baba Center is situated on a hill. Actually, there are two hillocks adjacent each other. So, on the hillock where we built Meher Baba Center in 1972, at this first hillock, and just way, there is another small hillock where we like to build a guest house, and where, at our request, Brother Murthy came and stayed there. Then nobody dared to go there, even during the daytime. And unfortunately, I'm not well prepared because I wanted to show you a photograph which showed which you can by seeing that you can imagine how different it was there to stay for and that too atmosphere for about 78 years. He was there with his wife and two girls. Two girls. Hello? Are you able to hear me, sir? Ganesh, can you hear me?
Actually, your voice is little wavy. It's actually cracking in between. I don't know. So it's a bit wavy.
Please wait for a while because I don't know. My grandson is doing something. He will try to.
Yeah, sure. Sure. We'll wait. We'll just wait for a few minutes till Janardhan uncle is back. So
Ganesh, till then maybe you can tell quickly how you came into Baba.
I think I may tell sometime. So I'm the third generation in my family. So that's what it is. So through my grandparents, parents, and me, in one, if I have to say in one sentence. Because Janardhan uncle's flow of story, I just don't want to interrupt with my story. That's the only thing. I'm just waiting.
Third generation, you said? Third generation?
Third generation, yes.
Wow, that's great. What family?
So from my father's side.
What is his name?
Sorry?
What is his name?
So my father's name is Parthasati. So from them. Sorry?
Is he from Pune? Also from Pune?
Yes, from Pune. Pune, yes. So
that's right. Very nice to have 3 generations. Very precious. So your father was with Baba? Saw Baba?
He has seen Baba. He took Baba's darshan. So
yeah. As a child?
As a child, yes. So that is the time. It was in 65.
Nice. And your grandfather?
Yes, both my grandfather and grandmother. I think Janardhan uncle is back. So yeah.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the only thing, the camera has to be Janardhan uncle. The camera has to be vertical. It's vertical, right now. Yes. Yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. And I'm sorry because...
No, nothing to be sorry. It's technique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all right. So, so our center is situated on, there is one hillock, and adjusted to that, there is another hillock, which is smaller one. And the center is situated on the taller one. And there we leveled the ground, and there we built a beautiful center, a small 25 by 40 feet, something of that sort. And over a period, we felt that there should be somebody to take care of that place. So on the other hill, the smaller hill, that also we purchased from the municipality. And there we built a guest house, which was inaugurated by Brother Aditham in the year 1978. Is it audible to you, sir? Hello?
It's very much audible. It's clearly audible. Yes, yes.
Oh, good. So then what happened? It was inaugurated, and for a long time, we could not find a proper watchman to take care of the entire area, which is about 2 to 3,000 square yards, very large area on a hillock, and there was no water facility. Electricity was there, but water facility was not there, and one has to carry everything up the hill. So it was very difficult. We could not find a proper watchman. So at such a juncture, nobody could take such a step, daring step. Our beloved Murthy Garu, he accepted our request and he started living there. So you have to imagine the two hillocks side by side, and there was a gradient loop. I mean, the hill, as we go to the slope, I mean, foot of the hill, there was a huge area. I'm cutting short because it was, if I tell you everything, it will take very long time. But there we found that there is a huge area which we can make use for Baba programs. So in the year 1995, Brother Murthy says that we will have a place for public meeting, that is an auditorium, say auditorium or whatever it is. So we were aghast because we are all very ordinary people, and to build something of a huge size, that is 100 feet by 40 feet, it's a very, very expensive proposal. So we are going to have an auditorium. So many of us, we said, how it is possible? We don't have any bank balance, we do not have money, and there is nobody who is rich enough to further the cost. But he says, no, you don't worry, Baba will take care of everything. That is usually what he did. He would always say that Baba is there to help anything. If you have a mind, if you have an honest urge in your heart, then it is going to happen. Then we said, all right, if we build also, what is going to happen? Who will take care of this entire, huge property over the years? Why do you bother about 2 years? Baba is there all the time. He's eternal. His nazar is there on all of us. Don't you worry. That was the thing. So, okay, we passed a resolution in the year 1995, and we started in a humble way. Whatever amount we could collect from our members, that is Baba lovers, here they were about 40 to 50 people. So one would give 1,000 rupees, one would give 500 rupees, some people would give 300 rupees. Even 300 was a big amount those days. It is 95 years. That is 1995 means I don't know how many years it is, about 30 years back or 25 years back. So that was the situation. So we started, and we had very, very, huge area that has to be covered. And there are very, gigantic rocks there. We have to break those rocks. We have to make it ready for a hall. So it went on. So for 2 years, the construction went on. Afterwards, what had happened? So people like me, there were some 10 to 15 people who were totally interested. They went about to all places, to their friends, their relatives, to all the villages, and they started collecting money. And money would come only in small, very small money would come, amounts. So that will be useful for our payments to the labor and for cement and everything, sand and all that. So it went for nearly 2 years. It was a great ordeal for all of us. Everybody was involved totally in that. And to tell you about me, I took 3 months leave from the bank. I was in the bank, And because I had so many customers would come to my bank, and they were very happy with my way of rendering service to them, and they would oblige me. I would go to them individually to their houses, their places, and say that we are going to have a big center here, and the whole world will come someday here, and that will be a great thing, that your money will be properly utilized here. So more than anything, they were attracted to Baba's name, not knowing who Meher Baba was there, and they would give some amount like that. So it went on, and after 3 months, my leave was over, and I had to go back and resume my duties. So I went to my manager. I cannot name him because it is not proper to give his name now. I don't mind giving his name because he's also a retired person like me. His name was Sarvesh Kumar. He had great love for me, and I went and sat before him, and I was very sad and all that. He looked at me, "What, Mr. Janardhan, what happened to you? Are you not in good health?" No, I am perfectly all right. Then what is that you are so sad? I said that what I have to tell, sir, my leave is exhausted. I cannot do anything, but there is a lot of work I have to do. The work is going on. If I come and join duties, it will be a great hindrance to the work of Meher Baba there. Then he became angry. He said, "What do you want me to do? You want me to sit in your seat and work for you?" I said, "How can I say that, sir?" I laughed at him. He said, then after a few minutes, he says, "Janardhan, I really love you. You are working for God. So you go. Without leave, you go. And I will sit in your place." And he actually worked for 45 days. Nobody, even for 5 minutes, they will not allow you to leave your seat in a bank. I don't know how it is in the West, but in Indian, Ganesh will have some idea about it. So it is very difficult. Those were the days when there were no computers and everything has to be done manually. Manual working was very tedious. And but that man, he would sit in my place from 10:30 to 2:30, that is business hours. He would attend everything, and he would go to his cabin and work for nearly 6 hours to finish everything for nearly 45 days. Not only that, he would, once what happened, I went to the bank and there was a customer who came from the Gulf countries. So I used to write him letters. So he wanted to know who the man was, who that man was who was writing all those letters. Then the manager introduced me and said, "This is the man who gives all the service to you people in for all NRI customers." So he was very happy. He said, "Mr. Janardhan Rao, I'm very happy to." He was a Muslim. "I'm very happy to see you, and really, I'm pleased to see you. What can I do for you?" He said. No, and I said, "You don't do anything for me. Can you do something for yourself?" I said. "What is that you are asking?" No, really, I'm telling you, you have to do something for yourself which will benefit you. Then he says, "What is that? Please explain to me." I told him that you must not have heard Meher Baba's name, but Meher Baba is the one who is expected by all the religions of the world, Islam, Hindu, Christianity, every religion. They are looking forward. So such a person has come to this earth. He lived on this earth for 75 years. He observed silence for 45 years. He sowed the seeds of love in everybody's heart. And he said that the aim of life is to love God and become God. So whatever I knew about Meher Baba, whatever I could tell about him in that 5 to 10 minutes time, he listened it very carefully. He was very happy. He said, "So what do you want me to do?" So we have taken up a construction of a big building, which will be, which will serve Baba's cause. He said, "All right, right now I don't have any money, but I will return within weekdays and I will give you money." I said, "Okay, this man is just trying to, what you call, avoid me in a clever way." I left him. I left and I left for work. And after 5-6 days, my manager calls me and tells over the phone that Janardhan, you have to come immediately to the bank. I said, I have got very important work. No, leave all that, you come to the bank. So I went there. Then what I find, that man had already given him 5,000 rupees. And he said, the man who had an NRI customer, in my absence, he came to the bank and he gave the money to the manager, and the manager gives me. So I was moved. I said, Papa, it's such a beautiful thing. So that is how it all happened. So another 45 days, I was on leave, and all these days, my manager, that is 45 days, he sat in my chair, he did all the work I had to do, and without leave, I could work for Baba. So why I'm telling in such a great detail all these things is that is how we people, we were very ordinary people. Most of us are, lowly employed people, not having any backing and all that, financial backing. But despite all that, everybody made some contributions, they collected money and all that. So by about, I think, 96 Amartithi time, the slab, that is roof slab, had to be laid. That is a huge area, 100 feet by 40 feet. So Murthy Sahib tells that, no, we have to complete it before we go to Mehrabad for Amartithi. So it was ready, because whatever he decided, and Baba would always grant him that. I don't know how it will happen, but money would come, the material will come, and all the hurdles will be gone. And by the time he wanted, whatever time he fixed, it was ready. So again, there was a lot of work. We have to do plastering, we have to fix the doors, we have to fix the windows, we have to build the stage and all that. And it was all going on. So in the meantime, what we did, some of us, Murthy was there, he was leading us. Murthy accompanied by so about 10 to 12 people. We all went to Mehrabad and had Baba's darshan. That was long after Amartithi. And then we went to Mehrabad. Mehrabad, Mandali was there, RH was there, Mani was there, everybody was there. They were very happy. And we said that we are going to have a 2-day function, Sahavas, for the opening of the auditorium. Then RH was very happy. So I had some, intimacy with RH. I used to meet him whenever I went there, and he used to spend long hours with me, particularly during the nights of Amartithi. So sometimes it would be about from 9 in the night to 4 in the morning. We will be together. So he would tell me so many things. That is how we had some intimacy. And he also knew very well R.S.N. Murthy. So he says, I'm very happy to have you people. What can I do for you? So we requested that he should send somebody from the Mandali for the inauguration. So Adi was not there, he was already gone. And Aloba was there, but I don't know why. He said, okay, we'll decide. But then we said that we would like to have some people from the West. So he said, he called Ward Parks. Ward Parks was there at that time in Mehrabad. And he said, some other people, some foreigners were also there. He called them and said, look, this is my friend Janardhan Rao and R.S.N. Murthy. These are people from Nizambad. They are going to have a Sahavas in the month 1997, December 5th and 6th. 6th and 7th. You people have to go there. And then he named it as East-West Sahavas. Just as East-West gathered. And it told that this will be East-West Sahavas. So, okay, they said we'll try to come. And actually what had happened is that there were so many people, about 20 people from the West. That included Bill Lepage, Mark Trishka, and then Watt Parks, James Cox, and so many others. Now there was one Martha, some lady was there, and there was nearly 20 people. Billy Page was also there. So all these people, they came. So before, I mean, this is for the Savas. But what happened in the meantime is that we were getting ready for we have to arrange a lodging for so many, about 2,000 people. People were expected from all over India, Maharashtra, North India, South India, Andhra Pradesh, everywhere. So we wrote invitations, we sent them invitations, and we were making all the arrangements. So for 2,000 people, we have to have a very big area, lodging arrangement. So we approached a local Marwadi school, and they granted us the permission, and we arranged for their stay there, and food was also prepared there. And then for people, elderly people who were not able to stay in that school, we made some arrangements and all that. So there was so much hectic activity there that one had any time for any other thing. So when everything was going on, our Murthy Garu, he tells that, Janardhan, we have to get the elephant. Elephant? I was wondering why. He said, we have to take a procession, and Baba's portrait should be kept on the elephant, and it should be taken, the procession should proceed through the important streets of Nizambad. On the first day, I was aghast because everybody was tired. Physically, mentally, and from every point of view, it is almost impossible. So I became, my face. Now I remember I was so nervous and aghast, and I was very sad. I could not utter a word. He says, "What happened to you?" So I said, "What is this? For 2 years we have been working, and now you bring a new proposal that we should have an elephant. How on the earth we can get an elephant? Nizambad is a remote place. Where can we find elephants?" He says, "No, we have to get the elephant." I said, "Elephant means a lot of money, and we don't know where we have to get from. Is it from Kerala, or I don't know, from Mysore, or whatever it is?" So he said that, "Don't show me your face." He was very angry with me. He said, "No, don't talk to me." I said, "But be just reasonable. What is there if I say something which is not possible?" He says, "Everything is possible. I know that Baba will make arrangements for elephant. Elephant will be a reality." Then I said, "Okay." Then what happened? In 2 minutes time, a man comes. His name is Mohan Das. He's such a person that he does not know Telugu, he does not know Hindi, he does not know Marathi, and he can hardly say anything meaningful. So as soon as he comes, our Murthy Garu, he says, "Oh, this is elephant is coming." I felt that it's a joke because he could not even understand what we were speaking. But Murthy says that the elephant has come. So he goes to him and he takes him away from us, and he says, "Mohan Das, you have to arrange the elephant." That man says, "Yes, I will definitely arrange." So, he says, "Janardhan, don't worry now. Elephant has come. Elephant is a reality. We will have elephant, and the procession will be huge. Now I am able to see everything." He describes now. He starts describing. The elephant is beautifully decorated. Baba's portrait is there, and it is going through the important streets of the town. And behind the elephant, 20 to 30 foreigners are there. Huge gathering is there. 2 lines are there. So he's describing everything as if it is being shown in a film. I was wondering. He said, "Baba has granted. It is going to happen. Don't worry. Now you go." So on 4th December, that is 6th December, our program starts. And 4th December, the elephant arrives. And it is very difficult to manage an elephant. Elephant is so huge that it is touching almost the service lines of electricity, street lights. So we had to take great care of that elephant, and we found a proper place, and it was kept there, and proper food was given to that. And on December 6th, when the hall was inaugurated, and there was the procession, and literally whatever Murthy has told, such a thing has happened in great detail. And for 2 days, there was beautiful showers. About 2,000 people came from all over the country, and 20 people from the West. And Jal Dastur was the chief guest. And there were so many, Dr. G.S. Murthy was there, Shaligram Sharma was there, and so many good, eloquent speakers were there. B. Ramakrishna was there, and MVR.K. Balaji, he was there. He did great service for our center. MVR.K. Balaji, he prepared the souvenir for the occasion, and it was also inaugurated. It was opened on that day. So such a great, huge Savas was there for 2 days, and we literally lived in a different world, as if we were not in the world, and we felt extremely happy for 2 days. Billy Page was there. Billy Page shared his stories, early stories with Baba when he came to India in 1954, when he had Baba's darshan in Wadia Park. He described, now I remember very clearly, he said, Baba came out of the car and he stepped out. When he put his foot on the ground, I felt that there was a lightning, as if it was not Baba, but it was a lightning, such a beautiful. So that story he told, and then several other stories. And there was good singing. And for 2 days, Pratap Ahir was there, Madhusudan was there, Madhusudan's wife Subhadra was there, and Pramod Dhapre was there. So many old-time Baba lovers were there, and it was such a beautiful gathering. And for 2 days, we had enjoyed Baba's presence throughout the Sahas. And it's a thing that I would never forget in all my life, because every time, at every step, every second, Baba was there helping us, because we're all very, what you call, ordinary, common people. Despite that, such a huge gathering and such a beautiful program, it took place for 2 days. So what time is left now?
You have more 30 minutes. Around it's 8.
30 minutes time. Okay. So did I tell you something about 69 darshan program, that is when Baba dropped his body, we were there.
No, you haven't said that. No, you haven't. You can share that. Baba dropped it.
Yes. So now I have to go back to 1966. That is when we heard Baba's name. Prior to that also, I heard his name. What happened, I was still in college, and I would go to my friend. So on the way, I could see Baba's poster, and but I did not take any special cognizance of that. But the friend who was accompanying me, is it audible to you? Hello?
Yes. You're audible. Clear and audible.
Okay. Then what happened is that one of my friends, so we were passing through the street, and we noticed Baba's picture. The fellow says that this is Meher Baba, and he dances with women. So that is what he said. Naturally, what happens when you hear such a thing in India, it's not good. But only Meher Baba's name struck me. Nothing else, neither about the women nor about the dancing and all that. But Meher Baba's name, it touched me. I did not say anything. That was the first time when I heard Baba's name. Then later on, my brother, Janardhan Rao, he was in revenue department. He came to know of Meher Baba, And then he started telling me about Meher Baba and all that. So it was 1966. I used to, of course, my brother was a great lover. He was a very, what you call, man who did everything for Baba. He went from house to house and gave Baba's message. And there were so many people, his colleagues, his friends. Most of us, they're all, most of Baba lovers are from those families only. So that was his work. But I was just a listener. He would tell me all the stories about Meher Baba. He would read out Religion and Humanity, then God to man, man to God, then God man. So all these things. So I would feel very happy when I heard Baba's name. So going back to my childhood days, when I was 3 to 4 years, I would watch this what you call we have dramas on the streets. So throughout the night those will be played. So particularly Rama's life was very interesting to me. And as a child, I would watch right from the beginning till the end. That is from about 9 o'clock till morning, say about 4:35. So I would not sleep for even 1 second. I would, the whole story was, something which was very dear to me. I got everything by heart. I would even sing those songs which were things. So Rama was my favorite, what you call, personality. I loved him. But over the years, I forgot everything about him. And Rama was not there. No God was there. And everything was gone till Baba came into my life. So when I started hearing name, I used to feel that he's Rama. I used to weep. Oh, Rama has come again. So that was my feeling. So what had happened? So and meanwhile, what happens? I finished my graduation, and luckily I got a job in Nizambad itself in Canara Bank. That was a reasonably good job, and there was all happiness. So my life was what you call buoyant with happiness, and there was only jubilation in my life. There was money, not big money, but enough money, and I could spend time happily. Because during my early days we had no money, it was very tight, but this was all there. So it was a period. So 1967, we came to know that Baba is going to have a meeting in the very soon when he will decide about his darshan and all that. And then what happened in the year 1968, October 13th, there was a meeting in Mehrabad, and Baba declared that he's going to give his darshan in the months of April, May, and June in Pune. So life was, there was nothing. The whole family was very happy. We were just, we had no cares. We nothing, there was nothing which bothered us. So what we would do, we'll go to every individual. I would go to my friends, I would go to my acquaintances and tell them that Baba is going to give darshan in the months of April, May. So you have to book your seat so that we could all go in a bus to have Baba's darshan. So people, some of them, they responded, and we collected 15 rupees per head from those people. So all these 15 rupees money, we put it in a bank. That is, I was in Canara Bank, and the account was opened in my brother's name, and we put that money in that account. So we were planning to go to Pune in the months of April, May. So there was only happiness. Then what happens on 1st February 1969? Somebody comes to us and he tells that Baba is dead. So we were very sad, because our only thing that mattered to all of us was having Baba's darshan. And 24 hours, that was the thought, whether in the bank, whether with the friends, whether with the relatives or anything. Only one thing was predominantly in our mind was Baba's darshan And we would talk to each other and say, Baba would laugh at us. When Baba would smile at me, Baba would pat me. So everybody would make some statement of this sort. And we would spend time for hours. We would think of him and we would only talk about Meher Baba. So when the news came, we could not believe, but so it was repeated on the All India radio. So we heard that really Baba has passed away. So then what we decided, we should go. So there was one train from Nizambad to, I mean, it came from Secunderabad and it would go to Manmad, and the Nizambad was a stop. So we'll take that train and reach Aurangabad in the morning and go to Mehrabad by bus. That is how it was planned, because Murthy was, I don't know all these details, but Murthy was planning it. So in a very short time, see, now it is very easy for people to travel. That was very difficult because we had no kids. We had to, I mean, for carrying our own luggage also, it was very difficult. But whatever it is. So I went round about the city and told all the people whom I met that we should have Baba's darshan. And many of the people, they were not ready. But all the same, some people, they came. So about 60 to 70 people, we boarded the train on the 1st February 1969 and reached Aurangabad in the morning. And then we reached Mehrabad about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we had no money. So what we did, we drew all the money that was meant for the April-May darshan program. So with the permission of Murthy Garu, we took all the money, and whoever we wanted, we purchased tickets. You see, there was one boy, 12 years boy in our house. He was servant maid's son. He said, "Sir, I want to see Meher Baba." I said, "Come on, anyhow we have taken money from the bank." So everybody, whosoever wanted to come, we paid for their tickets and we all went. It was about 1,000 rupees from the bank, and we also pooled some money. So the whole family, our family was about 40 people. It was a very big family, and there were rest of others also. So totally about 70 to 80 people we went to Mehrabad, and there, day and night, we would have Baba's darshan, and our hearts were broken. For hours we would weep, and it went on. So every day they would say that Baba's body will be entered tomorrow. So we would be very sad that from tomorrow Baba would not be there. So it went on till 7th February. So finally it was announced that on 7th February, Baba's body will be entered, because Mehra had she said that she had an intuition that Baba would be free from all problems, from difficulties, from all pain on 7th February. So it was decided to close Baba's body on 7th February. So on the 6th February, what happens? I don't know. Now I don't remember. It must be Jal Bhai or somebody. I don't know. Whoever was there, we don't know anybody. Maybe Pendu. I don't know anybody at that time. But they said that we want some volunteers. So our Murthy Garu, he gave our names. My name, my brother's name, and there were others also. Kashnath Power was there, Govardhan was there. So many people were there. So we were all young. So we were recruited as volunteers. So the next day they said to me that me and my brother Janardhan Rao, we were asked to do duty at the threshold of the Samadhi. That is, I was on the right side, he was on the left side. There was a small barricade, and people would come and go and have Baba's darshan and go. That was the last day. So we were very sad that after a few hours, Baba, we will not be able to see Baba again. And we did not know what had happened. We had no duty. I mean, we did not perform any duty. We kept looking at Baba's beautiful form. Baba was so beautiful. He was, even though there was no life in his body, he shone like a sun, rising sun. So that is what I remember. So about 12 o'clock, the body was to be done. But what happened, see, we were novices to Meher Baba's field. Nobody knew us. And Murthy was a well-known person. So he was given a duty at the railway track where he was asked to collect trash. So just see the paradox. So nobody knew us, but we were given the duty at the Samadhi. And the man who did so much work for Baba, he was given the duty at the railway track. There he had to collect the trash. What was the duty? He was aged person, about 50 years. He was bending down, collecting all the trash and putting it in some place. And he was doing it very sincerely. So sincerely, he forgot everything about timing. 12 o'clock, the body will be closed and all that. He forgot. And he was doing as if Baba was, it was all, Baba has asked him to do. It was an order for him. He was totally merged in that. So what happens at about 12 o'clock, just, another 15 minutes time, it will be closed. T.S. Kutumba Shastri, he was the chairman of Avatar Baba Trust. He was returning from Nagar. He went to Nagar for some work and he was returning there. And he found that this man is doing such a menial job. He goes to him, who gave this job? He says, I was given this job, I am doing this. Can't stop it. When he catches him by a hand and he literally tracks him to the Samadhi. And just before the process of closing, it starts, he was made to have Baba's darshan. So that is how Baba was so generous, so kind towards Murthy Garu that at the very last minute, he was asked to come and have Baba's darshan. So that is one thing I can never forget. Then another incident is Balagopala Bhaskar Raju. He came from Tadipalli Gudem and he wept bitterly. So it was, even today, I can't forget that. He wept out his heart. He fell on the ground and it was a sight, nobody could bear that. So, and another thing, my father, he was a very old person, but he came on that day just after the tomb was closed. And he wept so bitterly that also I can't remember. I can't forget. And there was one Mr. Venkateshwarlu, a boy. He was 18 years old boy. See, about this boy, I have to tell you something. So he was in Nizambad and he would come to our house and know about Meher Baba. And he was very impressed and he would remember Baba and he would not even go to school. He was in matriculation at that time. So when we told the story of Ali, who walked from Bombay to Meherabad, he decided that he should go to Meher Baba and have his darshan on foot. He should go to Meherabad on foot. So it was 1969. There was Telangana agitation and there was so much law and order problem. Without telling anybody, this man, he lives. Today he's a man. At that time he was a boy, about 15, 16 years old boy. He left the house, did not tell anybody. He started walking along the train, railway route. He went to Ahmedabad, not Ahmednagar, but to Ahmedabad. He did not know that Ahmedabad and Ahmednagar, they are different places. He went there, and when he went there, they said that it is Ahmedabad, it is not Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar is different. They have to go back. So again, he started walking. He came mostly on foot because he had no money, and he would beg for food. and somebody would take pity on him and give him some food, all that. And he also, what did he did? He climbed a tree, because Ali also does that. He climbed a tree and spent a night on the tree. So actually, he copied that boy. So he came to Mehrabad. So he came to Baba's Samadhi, and at that time, caretaker or Mansari Mai was there. She told that Baba is in Mehrazad. You have to go to him. Here it's only his tomb. Then he walked to Adi Kerani's office, and there Adi took pity on him. He said that I can arrange for your darshan. You have to take Baba's darshan and go back. Baba was in strict seclusion at that time. No, he says, no, I want to stay with Meher Baba. I want to stay as his disciple. He says, who will give you food? So this boy replies, see, who are giving food to you, he will also give food to me. So his conviction was so great. And he said, no, I cannot promise that. Adi says that I cannot promise you. Then the boy says, no, if you don't promise, no, I don't want to have Baba's darshan. It was offered, this boy was permitted to have Baba's darshan, but he wanted only to remain in Mehrabad as Baba's disciple. So that boy, when he came, it was all over. Just 15 minutes, yeah, my father, that boy, and another lady, Shardamma. So these three people, they came very late. I mean, they missed the opportunity by 15 minutes. And their plight, I can't describe to you. It is better to die to see than to see such a situation. I mean, people losing the opportunity. And so that is the thing. So at about 12:15, now I can't remember what had happened, but there were so many people. What is his name? Muchewala, that is Rick Chapman, was there. And then those two brothers, American brothers, what is it? Luck brothers.
Luck brothers.
Yes, Luck brothers. And Don was there. Donkin was there. Not Don Stevens. Don Stevens. Of course, Donkin was there. Don Stevens was also there. He shot Baba's films there. He spoke to me at that time. I remember we had some discussion for about 15-20 minutes. He was there for nearly 4 or 5 days, because we reached in Mehrabad on 2nd February. He must have reached on 3rd February or something of the sort. So it was all over. By about 1 o'clock or 1:32, everything was over. And there was huge, people were allowed to put earth, handful of earth on Baba's coffin. So it went till about 2:30 or something of this light. And everybody left. But I was there. There was huge earth outside Baba's Samadhi. Everybody was gone. There was nobody. I was very sad. And I said, I have not put earth. So I said, I must put some earth on Baba's coffin. So there was what you call gamela, they call it, a thing to hold earth. I was very weak. I was very lean at that time. And I carried that gamela full earth to Baba's Samadhi inside. And while trying to put the earth on that, I also fell on the on Baba's coffin. It was already closed, of course. So that is one thing I can never forget. And I feel so grateful, fortunate that he has taken care of me all these years. And even today, I always feel his presence, whether I'm in the house or outside or whatever I am doing. I always feel Baba is watching me. very keenly, intently. And he watched me every minute. So this is about my experience, 1969. So I think we can call it a day. Ganesh.
You have humor. You can go on till how much ever you want. It's just 5. So for more 5 minutes is there. So if anybody has any question also they can, or anything to say, they can ask now. So so how did you feel when you went back? So when did you go back to Nizamabad from after that?
Yeah, true. That's good. So 7th February was, it was all over. We stayed, so everybody left, the whole party. There was none in Lower Mehrabad. The Mandali Hall was full. We used to sleep on the veranda of the Jhopdi, the room where Baba was started his silence, or whatever you call it, Jhopdi, you know. So about 40 to 50 people, we slept on the veranda. It was bitterly cold. You cannot believe that such a cold season was there at that time. So we had no enough. Covers were. We did not bring what you call for take. We never knew that it will be so cold there. So we all slept very close to each other, and we spent the night there. And when 7th February, everybody was left. We were the only people. The only Nizambad group people were there. About 40 to 50 people. We spent the night that night also there. And next day, 8th February, about 10:30 or 11, we left Mehrabad. So on 8th February, we went back. And when we went back, Baba's birthday was there. See, now just imagine, yes, the another side of it. So we had collected money, 15 rupees for so many, from so many people. 15 rupees, it was not small amount. And it was 1,000 rupees, I remember. I don't know how many people. Later on, we took 4 buses to Pune. But 4 buses means about 200 to say 150 people. So so many people we had collected money. Now we had to answer. He said that Baba is going to give darshan, and you will have Baba, when God man's darshan. It will happen only once in a million years. Such a thing has happened. So we had to go and answer these people. What answer will we have? So generally, what would happen? So all people would come to Murti. He would tell them the stories, so many stories that everybody was convinced. And when the whole world was down with this unexpected passing away of Meher Baba, the Nizamabad people, they celebrated Baba's birthday with great joy, jubilant. We were all jubilant, and he would tell that Baba is not. Murti would say that Baba is not the form. What you look at is it is only his form, his infinite consciousness. He's every time present. Whosoever thinks of him, he's there to respond. So he would say, "Come on, we'll all go to Pune and have Baba's real darshan." So people were. I don't know how they were impressed, but finally, 4 buses, that is, each bus carried about 50 people. So we all went to Pune in the months of May 26th, I believe. So that was the day. So we had Baba's darshan in Guru Prasad, and Erich was there to receive us, and the whole Mandali was there. But I only remember Erich and Francis Bravaja. And Mani and Mehra we could see. But that is the thing. So we had no tough time to answering these people from whom we have collected money. So we have to answer them, is not it? So that was not there. Actually, Murti did answer all the questions for them. We only watched it, that's all.
Wow, beautiful. So beautiful. And you are so fortunate. You were doing duty where Baba's body was kept just outside the Samadhi door. Wow.
Yes, true.
And Baba
That's
gave that fortune to you. So, wow,
yes,
you're so fortunate.
No, really, I'm very fortunate. It's only fortune. There is nothing. I mean, I don't know if we were worthy of it or not. Whatever it is, He showed His grace on us.
Grace.
And yes, that is something. Yeah. No, why? So that is different. What I feel, people who have not seen Him and still they love Baba dearly, they are great. They are really great. You people, you have not seen Him, but you give your life for Him. So it is something which would make him, feel proud of you people. Of course, we had seen Baba's darshan. We had Baba's darshan. That is different. We were maybe we are. What they call in Muddabai in the class. The one who is very dull. He will. The teacher will pay all the attention to that boy. So like that, we were all Muddabais. So Baba gave his attention, but you need not. It was not. You were not bothering him. You were very, quick learners, very intelligent, very loving, very sacrificing, and I really bow down to you people for the work you do so honestly, so lovingly, so what you call unassumingly. You are not making
actually,
a show of yours.
For us, you guys are our inspiration. We learn from you. So
there is nothing to learn. You can only say that these were the fortunate people who had Baba Darshan. Some people had. My brother had seen him in Guru Prasad, that I have told you already, but we did not see him. We saw only his body, whatever it is, whether body or no body, but his name, his remembrance. I remember so many people came to Baba. They shook hands. One of my later relatives, he shook hands with Meher Baba, and he laughed at us for the way we adored Baba, for the way we gave our life for Baba. He said, "You're all fools. He's a man." I said, "Only God has to help you, because you don't know your fortune. You shook hands with him, and when you realize this, you will just break your head in repentance." So that is something. But you people, the present day generation, which is doing wonderful job for spreading Baba's name. What is the reward? They don't expect anything. They just want to carry on Baba's name and see that beloved is happy in the real sense. That is, one has to live a life of truthfulness, honesty, and sacrifice, and spend all his energies in Baba's cause. That is the worth. That is the life. That is a life worth living. So I had to remember that life at its best message, which was given. What is that? If understood, life, if understood, is a just. If misunderstood, life becomes a pest. For the pilgrims on the path, life is a test, and when renounced, when relinquished to love, life is at its best. So let us all try to imbibe that in our day-to-day life and give relinquish our life in love of Meher Baba. Avatar Meher Baba.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we have Meher Chand Garu. He wants to say something. So
please.
Yes.
Jadu Kaka, Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. One thing, with your permission, I'll add.
Yeah, please. Because I am very...
On 7th February, that happens to be Baba's birthday as per Zoroastrian calendar.
Yeah, yeah.
So, the exactly at 11:15, the ice blocks were removed with the help of Rick Chapman. You can see in the film also that I don't want to cover it. Exactly by sharp 12 o'clock, Hurricane Moore given prayer. Yeah. And then, after saying 3 times, Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai, the women mentally first came, they put this mud on the Baba's body, and then everybody started coming and put the mud. And then after taking the second master, who arranged Baba's Prasad, at the present E-tent is there. That was the border those days. The E-tent was the border. Subsequently, that was extended to the inquiry office and all that places. That is not inquiry office, that is called staff quarters and hospitals. They are subsequently extended. So at that time, as usual, whenever Baba's birthday, Baba always used to give a cup of tea and then Sira. Yeah.
Sira,
so the Sira was prepared by the second master, and it was given in that leaf bowls.
Yeah, yes, handful.
Handful by leaf bowls, and people used to eat there. Some people carried to this thing. For me, as we are 5 brothers, 4 brothers and sisters, and 2 cousins were there. We also carried that to back to
huge family
as a prasad. And that was the where we don't know how we spent also. But one thing is, for Baba's birthday, Baba on 7th day, that was cremated exactly at 12 o'clock. That I just want to, with the permission of Janu Kaka. Janu Kaka means Janu uncle.
See, my memory. See, what I can only remember the things. Timings I don't remember, and of course it was 12 past 12, something like that. Must be 12:15 or 12 o'clock, whatever it is.
Yeah, 12 o'clock sharp. That's you can because I remember this because of the book given by the Baruchas, Last Hour.
There. Yeah, we have. Yes. That was a hot favorite to those days.
But one thing I have to confess myself to everyone. Whenever I read this book, I weep a lot. I weep because so touchy, and so this thing I can't bear it. I'm sorry for the interruption given to you.
No. Absolutely, it is a pleasure to recollect all those things.
Yeah,
because I was there, so I was just recollecting. I was there on 5th and 7th day.
So, Vechan, you are also very fortunate.
Everyone is fortunate. That's what I said. There is no question of new Baba lovers and old Baba lovers. There is always that we don't know. You are the Baba soul who are again taken rebirth. Or we always say, I always give the example of a magnet. Baba is a powerful magnet. We are only iron particles. Will be attracted to the magnet will pull him. But you are the more greater than us because without
true.
Seeing Baba,
without seeing Baba, you love him so much. You give your life.
Prepared soul. And also, one of the letters of the Irush Kaka says in 1970 letter where he says, those who are coming to Baba's fold after 31/1/1916 as per the plans of Avatar Meher Baba. So you have all came to Baba's fold as per the Baba's plan, whereas we came as per the plans of Muhammad. That's a distinct. That's the reason sometimes we are.
So those details I don't know. I can only say that the people who love Baba without seeing him,
and one of the thing is, that's what other day I was just mentioning to everyone, that whenever the avatar comes, a religion, after passing of the avatar, a religion was started. Like when Zoroaster passed away, Zoroastrianism is started. When Ramakrishna, Hinduism was there, a code which was followed. When Buddha was Buddhism there. When Christ was there, Christism was there. When Jesus was there, the Christianity is there. When Muhammad passed away, Islam. When Baba passed away, what is Islam? Baba said, I have not come to establish any religion out. It's the only Islam is called. I call it as a loveism. So Baba was very compassionate to pour the love in everybody's house, because he have said, I have come to sow the seed of the love in every heart. And every heart is, every Baba's love, every lover's heart is my temple. So we should be fortunate to have Baba's, just name is enough. You should not feel that I have not seen Baba. You have more grace.
Nobody feels that.
So we have Michael Namo. She's raised her hand. So Michael.
Thank you so much. It was so beautiful, all your stories. So touching, straight to the heart. And all the scenes you described, they came alive with the elephant,
True.
with the housing, with your boss,
Yeah.
and with the train full of people going to Baba, and you sitting next to the Samadhi. It all came alive like pictures.
Oh,
It's so beautiful, and it came straight from your heart, straight to my heart. Thank you very much.
thank you very much. Really,
Jai
very
Baba.
happy. Jai Baba, very happy.
Thanks, Mike. So we have Prakash. Please, can you unmute yourself? Prakash here. Yes.
No, I just wanted to Jai Baba Janardhan uncle.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
I'm
Yeah,
so-
I want to see you. If you can come closer to the camera or
okay.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you last in Nizambad in 2019 in the Sahwas.
Oh,
I remember right. So
Uh.
thank you so much. I mean, if you remember, I'm Pani's brother.
oh,
Yeah,
Prakash.
yeah.
Yeah, very happy to see you. I always remember you.
Yeah, no, your beautiful talk. I mean, sharing your experience.
It's
Can we
straight from
say
the
it is a
heart.
talk? Yes.
Transported us, Jai Baba. Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
It
Thank
was
you
straight
very
from
much.
the heart, and we could feel it.
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful. Such a beautiful evening. Thanks you, Janardhan Uncle, once again. Like he came and he comes at a very short notice. So he was like, I just told him in the afternoon, and he said, "Yes, I'll come." So really appreciate the way he makes himself available.
Actually, this is not something. I mean, I did something for you. In fact, you did so much. I was not well prepared. That's correct. But
No,
I
not
will
well
be very
prepared. You
happy
have
to.
told it so beautiful. It was like straight from heart, and we all just got that story, and we could easily visualize. So it was
Yes.
That was straight from heart. So
I just want to add that Baba gave him a hug when he fell on the crypt. Yeah. So you got the hug too. So you're so fortunate, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai.
Baba.
Thank you.
So Betty, you wanted to share something?
I just wanted to say I so enjoyed the story about your boss who agreed to work for you.
I wish I have such a boss.
See, all during my 30 years of service, 33 years of service, all my bosses, they were very kind to me. I don't know why they were so kind to me. They would go out of way for everything. They would give me all favors. See, I'll take 1 minute. In 1980, we had Guntur Center's inauguration. So I was in Guntur at that time. And my manager was one Mr. R. Srirama Rao. So when I joined the bank, I mean, in the branch in Guntur, he was not very friendly with me. But after a period of time, he started, giving all his, what you call courtesy and all that to me. And when it was March, on March 1st and 2nd March, Adi was there in Guntur. The center was open. So this man, because we had no car, our branch car was there. The manager, he comes to the railway station at the wee hours of 4 o'clock in the morning. He receives Adi. He takes him to the hotel. He puts him in the hotel, and all 4 days he would drove him to the center. It was about 5 kilometers from the hotel. So every day he would do a driver's business. Wow. My manager was he worked as a driver for Aditya Irani.
And Janardhan Uncle, Adi Kaka passed away in your presence, right? When you were with him, right? When he was passing away?
Not in my presence, in fact, in my hands.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh.
So on 1st March and 2nd March, what happened? I was in Guntur at that time. Now I am in Nizambad. Guntur is also another place where Baba's huge center is there. And it was inaugurated on 1st March 1980. 1st March, 2nd March, there was Sahwas, and thousands of people were there. The whole Andhra area, it was Andhra people were there. People from North were there. Shaligram Sharma was there. P.D. Pukar was there. So many people. So after 2 days of Savas. The Savas was over. On third, he was lodged in a hotel called Darshan Hotel. It was also Baba's lover's hotel. So there he stayed. And on the 4th morning, he was scheduled to leave for Mehrabad by the first train from Guntur. So myself and one Mr. Kashnath Power is also there now. We are all very old now. So I was young at that time. 1980 means maybe, I don't know, maybe 34, 30. I can't remember now. So whatever age is there. So we, myself and my friend Kashnath, we all went to him in the morning at about 4 o'clock to the hotel. So Robert Dreyfus, Steve Barry, Jock Small, yes, these three were the foreigners. Adi was there. And they stayed with Adi to take care of him. And we also, myself and my friend Kashnath, we went to the hotel. And when we entered the hotel, when we went to his room, these three people were very serious and they said, Adi is suffering. He's not well. So in the wee hours, we got a doctor. The doctor came and he said that we should put him on oxygen. So we brought a cylinder, we put the oxygen. It was not working. Then they removed the oxygen cylinder. They said we must do mouth-to-mouth respiration. So all the people tried. George Small tried, Steve Barry tried, and then Robert Dreyfus. And then I also tried from mouth-to-mouth respiration. And we tried to, we try our best. And then the doctor says, no, it is no use. You can't do anything. Take him to hospital. So I was at his, I held his back. I was on the head side and we lifted him and we had to bring him down to the car. It was in the first floor. So when we were carrying him, there was already saliva was coming out. I don't know whether he was alive at that time or not, but when we were bringing him down, he just put his head like this. This is my faint remembrance. And we brought him down and we took him to the government hospital there. And then the doctors declared that he's dead. So I was there. Robert Dreyfus was there. Jock Small was there. And I don't remember others. We offered care there. And then his body was taken to Mehrabad in a car to Ahmednagar. So that way I was fortunate again.
Hey, Jannu Kaka, one more thing. Sorry for the interruption. The
yes,
place
please.
where Adi Kaka died, where Baba sat on the tree in 1954, and the same place, room above that
Yes.
place only he died. And
Not exactly the same place. It was
1954. Baba visited the place. Sudarshan's Madhya Sudarshan place.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
And MBG Shastri was there. Vijayashree's father, MBG was there. When Adi died. Yeah.
Oh no, not in the hotel. He was not there in the hotel.
Not in the hotel. He was the main instrumental in bringing him there.
Yeah. He was the in charge of entire tour program and all that.
And before Gadi was going to Guntur, he told to my mother at Hyderabad, see, Sitama, MBG is taking me to, and he's going to bring me back dead.
Oh, really? Wow.
He has a phenomenon.
Story. Amazing story.
Yeah, it is amazing for me.
Amazing. Well, thank you.
Truly. Thank you so much, Janardhan Kaka. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We all thank Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Wonderful time.
Wonderful evening.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, everybody,
wonderful
for
time.
joining. So we will say 3 times Avatar Mere Baba Ki Jai. Everybody can unmute themselves. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Avtar Meher
Meher Baba ki jai.
Jai.
Beloved
Avtar
Avtar
Meher
Meher Baba
Baba
ki jai.
Jai.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Janardhan uncle.
See,
So,
Come back.
yes.
see,
Ganesh, work with him and get Janardhan uncle again back again. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he has so many.
Baba has
Wonderful
given him that gift to communicate beautifully also. So in that sense, just super beautiful. Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks, everybody. Jai Baba.
Thank you, Janardhan
Thank you.
Kaka. Thank you.
I hardly do anything, so that's. It was like, and he has wealth of stories. These are not documented anywhere, so he alone knows all these stories. So it's so important to hear from him.
Hey,
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
This is recorded, right?
Yeah.
This is recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
The color photo beyond the Janardhan chair. The color photo which Baba is in the Christ, Jesus Christ pose. That was distributed, 4 calendars were distributed during 1965 hours. The four pictures were there, out of which one picture he has kept it next to the black and white photograph. That one, 1965 Baba's darshan.
I hope he'll come back and we can see.
Yeah. Okay, Avtar Meher Baba ki jai.
Ki jai.
Ki jai.
Oh, special.